I am so sorry. I pressed a button and I don't know why I did that. We're back with part two of the part two of. No, so sorry. I'm tired, guys. Give me a chance. We're back with a part two of our final taptasy game talk. It was my very first AFK game. See, I shouldn't be doing videos when I'm tired, but it's my last video of the day. For reals, it's my last video of the day, so I do not care. I care about you guys, but I don't care about how much sense I make right now. So Final Fantasy was the first AFK game in the sense that there was no narrative. These three games that I'm playing, the game that I'm playing 3 times with different accounts, is a game where you're just having fun. It's just a roguelite. My first roguelite was Final Fantasy. You had to tap, you had to get diamonds. You got diamond, you got skin, you got stronger. But it was a game where I could watch TV, I could read manga playing this. It was one of the best experiences of my life. It was my first time where I was gaming and multitasking. So usually when I game, I would watch a movie on the tablet, but I couldn't watch a movie and doing that. When I started streaming, after that, way after, we started doing 2 things at once. That was good, but it was my first very AFK. And for the first time, I was like, you know what? I don't need the whole screen. So I'm going to take a quarter of the screen, I'm going to put a movie. I'm going to the 3/4 of the screen, I'm going to put the game. And it was just beautiful. It was just phenomenal. It was just something that was so cool to see because once again, I was bored. Final Fantasy, I would play that game 6-7 hours a day. I know it's hard to believe, but it's the truth. I would watch movies, I would read manga, I would play that game, I would listen to radio. And the attraction of Final Fantasy was the rogue aspect of it. So there was always a game that was evolving, and you could press. So basically, Final Fantasy is what? You're these 3 characters, which is a healer, a archer, and a warrior. Warrior is health, archer is attack, priest is healer, right? Is healing. So basically, what you have to do is you have to go save the queen, which is something we saw once, we saw twice, we saw 2 times. Guys, I have to show you. It's beautiful. Right? It is gorgeous. So, yeah. So, I'm so sorry. My last of the day, I'm tired. Okay, let's finish here. No, don't give up. Okay, let's not give up. So, you just had to power them up. You had allies, which you didn't need to tap. So the whole thing that you had to do was to get your guy stronger, to get more health, so you can receive more hits. And when you receive more hits, your archer, if you're not tapping, is useless. He's useless. But if you're not tapping, so if you're AFK, you need to tap, right? That's not AFK. So what I start doing, I start cheating. I start having this playthrough where my warrior, my health was really high. My health regen was really, 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 really high. And it didn't matter how little I tapped because my allies were doing all the work. Final Fantasy was one of the first games. It was such a memorable game because Final Fantasy was the first game that I spent money on. Microtransaction. Yes, I know. I'm that kind of loser. So that's also historic. But more than that, it was my first game where the EOS was clearly a thing that was present. So the EOS is end of service. The reason why I'm saying that is because they knew they were getting end of service. They knew that was gonna happen because they use characters like Troll. They use characters like Harry Potter, and you couldn't do that because that was copyright. That was a copyright infringement. That was intellectual property that you didn't own, and they didn't care. And the game lasted 3 years, and then it disappeared. I had a game on my tablet that I could play, and it was phenomenal. And then my tablet stopped working because again it got so old, and I couldn't play that game. So yesterday, and this is the reason as to why we're talking about this video. Then we're gonna do the reason as to why this is such a perfect game. The reason as to why we're doing this video is because when you see me making content, when you see me live on TikTok, when you see me editing, when you see me doing anything at all, I'm often, more than not, I am on my phone planning to do shit. I am on my phone trying my best in any way possible, any shape or way possible, to do as much as I can. So basically, I'll be filming a video, I'll be uploading a videos, and I'll be filming a gaming content, right? So I was playing this game called Tokyo Ghoul, which was very idle, and there was no limit to it. But now they have a limit to it. There's a level maximum that we reach, and we're just not strong enough to continue the game, so it becomes more of a paywall. And I'm like, fuck, because I wanted to play this game. So now I want to make content but play the game. But after taptasy, I came back to me yesterday. So it's a funny story. I was watching. I always watch. Okay, so I'll show you. I'll show you. Oh, I cannot show you shit because I'm recording. So basically, you have your news when you go on your phone, your Android. You go to the left, and you'll have news that are proper to you, right? So I had a bookmark, and then I called my father because it was a special moon, and I said, Dad, you have to check that moon out. And he was like, I don't give a fuck. It's a moon. Then I was like, please check it out. And then he said, send me the link, and I couldn't find the link. And one of the links that I had in my bookmark saved up was the bookmark for Nanu for Final Taptasy. So I talk about it, and I was looking for games, and I was playing a game. I was playing Nikkei that I gave up on. I was playing King Shot that I gave up on. It was just a boring game. And I was just like, yo, guess what? How fun would it be if it was still something? So I tapped Final Taptasy, and I found it. Now, this is why we're excited, because it's a game we can play. This is a game we can definitely play. And I am so fucking stoked about it. So lastly, because there is a lastly to this, lastly what we're gonna talk about is, why is the game perfect? Well, first of all, you have 3 heroes. They all have about 10 skin each. You have 20 allies. They all have skin each, so you can constantly customize your characters. Also, the rogue element. Okay, well, I'm too weak, let's restart and I have better stats. That will help me out tremendously. And that is also something that you have to think about, right? Lastly, but not the least, it was just fun. They introduced this demon king, and then you realize the demon king was kind of like a nice guy, and he was caring for the princess, kind of like a oolong from Dragon Ball Z, and episode 1. And you had this mode where the demon king was getting stronger, and you can rescue princess, so they would help him, and by helping him, you would get item for the heroes. That was just great. It was just such a complete. You had some diamond to buy skin, you had some stone to craft weapon, and you even have awakening stone to get your character to be the strongest. So you needed 10 level of awakening stone. Every single level will make you stronger, and you need to do 3 times for the warrior, the priest, and the archer. So great content. And lastly but not the least, it was just a fun game. It was just a fun game to play. And that is why I am stoked about Final Fantasy. I am thankful for Final Fantasy, and I am thankful for you guys for watching. Take it easy. Peace.